welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to pick up reading from our devotional, from Raised Devotionals by Miss Ida Mae Couch. And today's topic is heeding the warning. So it's kind of short, but let's just get started and see how God's going to take this and minister to us. Heeding the warning. I do have my King James Bible here that I will be reading scripture from. My brother and I like to roughhouse and wrestle. Sometimes the play would get a bit rowdy, and when things got rowdy, well, Mom would warn us. Someone's going to be crying in a minute. She was usually right, too. A head would get bonked or someone would get scratched. You know how it is. The thing is, her warning didn't seem to keep us from continuing our roughhousing. We'd be laughing and scuffling, and then, sure enough, someone would get hurt. Mom had such wisdom about the scuffling, what the scuffling could cause because she had seen it time and time again. Experience had taught her. The Bible is full of advice and warnings. Proverbs, in particular, speaks highly of gaining wisdom and following that path. Our scripture is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. And it says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." Our little scuffles didn't seem destructive, nor did it seem they were haughty spirits involved. We scoffed at Mom's warning and shrugged them off. After all, we were just playing around. Nothing was going to happen. No one was going to get hurt, or so we thought. Yes, we thought we knew better. The pride with a dash of a haughty spirit. Oh, that's pride with a dash of a haughty spirit. I don't think we ever listened to Mom's warning when we started one of our wrestling matches. My mom's phrase would go a bit further as we got older. She would still say, "Someone's going to be crying in a minute." She later added, "And it ain't going to be me." Oh my goodness. Well, I've been on both sides of this. I've been the child wrestling with her brother, and I've been the mom with the kids roughhousing. But I get what she's saying here about heeding the warning. And that's just how God is with us. He's so good that he will try to warn us, or he will warn us and let us know, either stop what you're doing, don't take it any further, or be careful if you pursue this, be aware of what's going to happen, so forth and so on. And I've told y'all so many times, had I just listened to those warnings, I would have saved myself a lot of pain, heartache, tears, aggravation. But no, Donna's hard-headed. And Donna, just like Ida Mae and her brother, just kind of and went about her way because she thought she knew better. She thought she could control the situation and the outcome. And I'm going to tell you, I failed miserably at that. But God, being the Father that he is, and I'm sure like Ida Mae's mom was, even though she warned them and told them somebody's going to be crying, because she had seen this pattern time and time again. I assure you, when that happened, I can almost guarantee you, she picked them up, wiped them off, loved them up, hugged them. And if she's anything like me, she said, "I tried to tell y'all this is going to happen." But she was there for them. I just know it. I mean, that's just what mothers and fathers do. Even when we warn our children and they don't listen and they go their own way and they do their own thing, when they ultimately fail because we've tried to warn them, we don't just sit on the sidelines and shake our heads and throw our hands up and say, "That's on you. I tried to tell you. That's not my problem." No, we're going to be there for our kids. We're going to hug them up and say, "I wish you would have listened to me." And sometimes you don't even have to say anything because they say it all. Like, "I wish I would have listened to you. Next time I'm going to listen to you. You know what you're talking about," But I've always kind of understood my relationship with God more so after becoming a mother, because I can see how God has done me in the same way that I would parent my kids. He has always tried to help me and forewarn me and keep me from going down the wrong path, hitting those speed bumps that was going to hurt me. But here we are. And I've testified time and time again how I didn't listen. Did things my way and, failed miserably. But him being the loving God that he is and the Father that he is, he always picked me up, brushed me off, wiped away my tears, covered the boo-boos, and, we resumed and repeat. But having repeated this cycle for so many years, I'm really trying to get to the point to where I'm more mindful and I'm more open to the warnings, and I try to stop myself. No, that does not mean I do it all the time, but I am trying to learn from past mistakes, from past experiences. Let it be lessons that I've learned. Let it be not in vain, but let it be things that those experiences actually taught me something. And I'm trying. I do pretty good at some things, and other things I still fail miserably. But, the intentions are there. My heart is there. I'm trying. And at the end of the day, that's really all we can do, is just try to do our best. Just as we are parents and we see our kids, they may still make mistakes and fail, but you can see where they're really, truly trying to do better. And so you encourage them, you give them constructive criticism, you give them constructive advice, and you help them to continue to do better and be a better, just like God is with us. He sees the intent of our heart. He knows the intent of our heart. He knows if we're truly trying to be better, we're not fooling him. And so he's going to be there, and he's going to help us, and he's still going to love us and continue to teach us and guide us and direct us. We just have to be more open and willing to his guidance and direction. And in order to do that, we have to have a relationship with him. We have to talk to him. We have to understand him and know who he is and seek that direction and guidance. And sometimes that is much easier said than done. I know. I'm still learning that. And like I said, some days I get it, some days not so much, but I'm still trying. And that's all we can do. Get up, try to be better than we were the day before. Try to let things that we've gone through be not in vain, but have taught us something. And that's all we can do. I love y'all. I pray you have an amazing day, and I will see you here in the next one. Bye, y'all.